Tim, thanks for coming out in such short notice. We all know you got something to offer. You got size, you got speed, you got a great arm. That one right there. Oh, where'd the sun go? I mean, big guy. You're versatile. But I think it's time that someone utilized you in the way you should have been used a long time ago.
Look, I appreciate it, Chip, but you already got like 4 quarterbacks.
Here's the deal, Tim. I think maybe we put this whole quarterback thing to rest. But I have a plan that will really maximize your strengths.
Towel. Who needs it? You need a towel? Towel?
Hey, Heisman, throw me a towel.
Eesh, come on, Tim, focus. You know what? Never mind. Set him down, he's done. Trade him to the box score. Starts right now.
Your career ends right now.
Shut up, Sanchez.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple: C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for box score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles. They are the Danettes in New York City. Huge guest in the man cave today. You had Glenn Frey of the Eagles. Now, McLovin, we were talking. We thought maybe Glenn Frey might be the Scottie Pippen of the Eagles, so that made us think, whose career would you rather have, Scottie Pippen's or Glenn Frey's?
Whoa. First of all, I think Glenn Frey might be the Michael Jordan of the Eagles. I have a problem with the Scottie Pippen, or at least he's closer to Jordan than Pippen was. Personally, I voted for, in the poll day, would you rather be the greatest Eagle or the greatest Eagle? I'd rather be the athlete. I hate to say it, I'd still lean athlete if you're talking like Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan realm. Like if you're that many championship rings, it's close. Although the longevity is a big factor. Glenn Frey's still killing it.
Yeah, I think I'd lean towards the athlete as well if you could.
You would rather be John Elway than Darryl Hall?
I think I would. Shockingly enough, I would give, but not by a lot, by a slight margin.
You'd be retired at this point in your life. It's you're what, 45?
Yeah.
You'd have been retired for 6 years. You'd be, I mean,
yeah,
something that could be attractive to you.
Yeah, you can kick back and relax and just keep watching the drive and the Super Bowl back-to-back wins over the Packers and Falcons. But, you know, I know there's something to be said for being able to perform well into your 60s,
I would be the
70s,
bass
80s.
player who's no one named, like nobody knows that dude's name. Who's the bass player for the Eagles? The long
Timothy
hair?
B. Schmidt.
Nobody has any idea. I'd rather be that guy. I'd rather be that guy.
Does he get an
than
equal
anyone
cut?
else.
Like, are the Eagles set up that way, or?
I don't know. I don't know how much songwriting he's doing, but I'm sure his bank account's fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
But Paulie, how much fun is it to be a 50-year-old rock star, like, or a 60-year-old rock star?
Well, compare that to a 60-year-old athlete who hasn't played his craft in 25 years.
Yeah, I guess you still get a taste of it when you go.
You get a, I mean, you got to. He's going to. Glenn Frey and the Eagles are choosing to play small concerts next month. They actually are choosing small venues because they could fill big venues, but they want to not do that anymore.
And he doesn't have,
it's a choice.
And he doesn't have like replaced
like
knees and all kinds of injuries that a lot of athletes have to deal with.
Right, they're not going to promote to sell tickets. They're choosing smaller venues because they just want to have some fun. I mean, it's nutty that he could choose at this age to go out and perform. It's nuts.
And know that it's going to get sold out because the people are still into you and want to check it out.
Glenn Frey living a great life, hung out with you guys today and told a few stories, strolled down memory lane and talked about Almost Famous and meeting a young Cameron Crowe.
Actually, in Almost Famous, he used a line that Cameron was 16. He was in high school. He was writing for Rolling Stone and a local magazine in San Diego. He came to see us in like 1973, and you know, hey, come on, kid. You know, this is me. I'm the big brother. I'm only 24, and he's young. But anyway, we let him hang out with us the whole night. After the show, talked to him, you know, had a few beers, chat. And the last thing I said to him was, I said, you can write whatever you want, but just make us sound cool.
That's awesome, because that really validates what was used in that movie and how it was based on Glenn Frey and some other bands, Eagles and other bands. But you know, for Glenn Frey to tell that story, that's exactly what you needed.
But let's look at some of the facts here. 40 years ago, a night after a concert, is it possible Glenn Frey saw the movie and remembered himself saying that line?
I guess that's possible. But it's also possible that when Glenn Frey talked to Cameron Crowe said, by the way, you said that line to me.
Yes.
And Cameron Crowe would remember it for the rest of his life. It's like when we meet, I could tell you specific things that Glenn Frey said to me today. I'll remember the rest of my life. And Glenn Frey, another dude who's a fan of his, that he won't remember for 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Seton, aside from being a Danette, what moment of your career made you feel most like that kid from Almost Famous?
What moment of my career made me feel most like the kid from Almost Famous? I don't know. I think there's sort of a lot of that. Like, you sort of tag along with Dan to all these different things.
Being on a Sandler set?
Yeah. Like, there's just things like that where, we're watching Susan Sarandon run over her lines for the thing they're about to shoot. And we're standing there, too, because we're in the scene, and it's like, holy crap, how did we get here? Like, this is crazy. So there's a lot of those moments.
Ringing the closing bell with things that there's no way we would have been asked to do.
Even just going to these like crazy cigar clubs where you're like sitting there and like Arnold Schwarzenegger's having a cigar and Al Sharpton is over there too, and you're like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
You know, you're like, what?
The one for me, I actually saw this picture the other day, is when we got to go to the Cubs, Wrigley Field, and Dan threw out the first pitch, and we were right there with him. And then we're up in the booth and singing the seventh inning stretch. I saw that picture that day. I'm like, that really happened.
Yeah, we did that.
There's no. I grew up a Cubs fan, and I watched every seventh inning stretch and saw the singer as someone somewhat famous. And I was like, how did I get in that room? And at the time, it felt really cool. I was like, this is how life is supposed to be. But when you detach yourself from it, you're like, I cannot believe I was there.
We did that.
I got pictures of it, I have video of it, and I look at it, I'm like, I cannot believe I was in that room.
Sure, we did that. You said,
right.
That really happened.
Yeah, that really happened.
Well, speaking of great moments, you knew with a musician in the studio, Toddy Joe would have to warm up the pipes and belt out a tune.
'Cause you belong to the city, you belong to the night, living in a river of darkness beneath the neon lights. You were born in the city.
Wait, clear your throat again.
Concrete under your feet. You belong to the city.
Well done.
You belong to
Thank
the
you,
night.
Fritzy. Well done.
You know what? Singing is just like skiing. You don't have to be great to have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, but first of all, that was it was a great experience. Another one of those making your dreams come true kind of thing that Dan has provided for all of us at some point. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see Glenn's reaction, his pained look on his face, like he just came out of having major dental surgery or something like that, because I was too busy really trying to croon and close my eyes and get into it. And, you know, I've never professed to be like some super singer that's going to get some kind of recording deal. But, you know, all that aside, the fact that, you know, just having the opportunity with Glenn Frey in studio on national radio and TV and sing a few verses, as much of pain that he was in, and I'm sure many, if not all of our listeners and viewers had to be in to sit through that. That was a big deal.
Songwriters will often say that, like, their songs are like their children, like they're all your children.
Right, you were beating
his
children.
How do you pick your favorite one? And you were, just brutalizing one of his children there. I think I understand the pained expression of, how much blood, sweat, and tears went into writing that song for this guy to
He may hate that song now for forever.
Were you a little nervous today? Because that actually was, of all the people, there was a lot of, throat clearing on. That was not, I'd say, because I'm a big fan. Unlike some people in this room, I'm a huge fan of your singing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I don't think it was nervous about singing in front of Glenn Frey. I think it got in my head that I just recently had that throat thing, and it's like in the back of my mind as I'm singing, I'm like, what if that happens? And I probably somehow caused it to happen by thinking about that.
It did remind me, when you look back at Glenn's face, it reminds me of like if you went to a really high-end restaurant and the chef prepared you this beautiful steak, you poured ketchup all over it. He's like, what are you doing to my song? What are you doing to my steak?
Destroying like a famous painting, like right in front of the painter.
Oh, it's still a great moment. I was very jealous of you, Fritzy, and that Eagles guitar in the man cave is probably one of my most favorite items on the planet Earth. Hey, McLovin, Frey said he would never play a halftime at a Super Bowl. With him out of the running, who would you want to play at a halftime?
Oh, Brock, we talk about this all the time. Which band? We want to see an indie rock band like Arcade Fire play at the halftime, even though they're not American. But I'd say Arcade Fire right now doing Awake at the halftime. That'd be cool. I mean,
I'd love to see the Foo Fighters get like 4 good songs.
The Foos are good for that kind of thing. They have enough hits.
Yeah.
They could put together a medley. They're sort of like an arena rock band as it is.
But do they have anthems? What's the Foo Fighters anthem?
Not like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Certainly not like Arcade Fire. I mean, like 1% of the audience is going to know who that is. You know what I mean? They're not really famous like that.
They're almost
someone
famous.
hot and scantily clad.
Yeah, no, like, could you imagine the Strokes doing it? Like, I love the Strokes, but that would be the most boring halftime show ever.
Well, yeah, but the Strokes are like a, like mummer, they're like mumble into their mics. Arcade Fire is a big sound, big band, like
There's
30 guys.
A billion of them, yeah. No,
yeah,
you're right.
You know what'd be good? Chumbawamba. Chumbawamba.
I get knocked down.
The Chumbawamba.
Seriously, why can Chumbawamba not play halftime?
Yeah, never gonna keep me down. All right, stay tuned because a real rock star dropped by the Man Cave today. If I was a rock star, how would I tour? Yeah, it would be in a Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Bet your boots on that. Extra cab for extra groupies. Put my drum kit in the back, guitars, get around, and mileage isn't a problem because it is the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. Welcome back to the Box Score, guys. Another guest that dropped by today was Jesse Palmer, and apparently he came by to talk football, but I could not take my gaze away from those boy band looks and that leather jacket. I mean, see, who looks more like a rock star, Jesse Palmer or Glenn Frey?
Oh, Jesse Palmer, like, you could put Elvis in the room right now with him and he'd still be like, yeah, but who's that guy?
Adam Levine wants to look like Jesse Palmer.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Yes, he does. The guy is just a hunk. And he comes walking in and you're like, look at this guy. It's not fair to the rest of humanity that someone like Jesse Palmer exists.
I was like waiting for him to offer me a rose. That's all I could think of. It's like, am I going to get one of them for the
McLovin and I had a plan. We were staying out of all camera shots where we were next to Jesse Palmer. Because we're not awful looking guys. We're not traditionally ugly. But if next to him, you look like you're a member of a different species. Like you guys didn't even come from the same
Even the way he sits,
cell.
Like he sort of sits and like there's never a bad angle for him. There's never a moment that like he gets like some kind of weird double chin thing happening. Like he's never taken a bad picture in his whole life.
If he wasn't, if he was kind of a. Can I say douche? Yeah. If he was
like douchey.
If he was douchey, that'd be easier.
There's not an ounce of it.
He's the absolute opposite. He's super nice, super smart.
Looked like he remembered me, like genuinely. Like, oh yeah, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hugging everybody, shaking everybody's hand. Jesse Palmer just touched me.
I made sure my wife wasn't watching. I said, are you watching the show right now? She goes, why, is something good on? I'm like, no, just, it's kind of boring right now. Move on.
Hey, McLovin, you're the resident high fashion expert. Did his jacket cost more than the combined outfits of the Danettes today?
There was not a... Whatever faux leather is, that was the opposite of faux leather.
This is free. This shirt was free.
Yeah.
So Chuck Taylor's, I'm gonna go about $40. This hoodie was probably $30.
Yeah. Well, one day I'm not wearing anything that was handed to me for free.
Wait,
but
let me see the label on this guy.
Far
Izod. So Fritzy is going up.
Still,
look at you.
I can't be anywhere near whatever that.
But it's like the lower brand of Izod.
Yeah.
It's not even Lacoste, it's Izod.
It's like Izod.
Yeah.
It's the bastard son of Izod.
Hey, Brock, I touched the jacket. He let me touch it. It was like, that sounded wrong. It was like the softest leather.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get like a name brand out of them. Why didn't we ask what kind?
Well, did you see why I asked? I went up to him and asked, "Can I wear it?" Yeah. And he politely got that. He's like,
it's like asking a baseball player to wear his mitt. That's the moneymaker.
Yeah.
Can't touch it.
You wouldn't ask the Fonz a full question like that. Hey, Fritzy, would you rather look like Jesse Palmer or play football like Jesse Palmer?
Nothing against Jesse Palmer's football ability, and even he himself said that he didn't exactly have the greatest pro career. I will definitely go with the looks of Jesse Palmer from head to toe.
He was a Hall of Famer.
He was
in one of those areas.
He's dreamy and
good college career though.
He gave me a hug, and all I know is the first thing I could think of was I texted and emailed my wife to say that I just got hugged by Jesse Palmer.
I don't know. I think I may take the football ability because without football, he's just a guy who works at a local beach.
Well, let me throw the actual. Let's get down to business. Mark Rippon or Jesse Palmer? Whose life do you want?
Guys, Jesse Palmer, the garbage man, is slaying. It doesn't matter.
I'll give you Mark Rippon on record is probably the least attractive NFL quarterback, but won a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, you could.
Who do you want?
You could keep your Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, Jesse got some run. He was a member of the Giants.
Did he get a Super Bowl ring?
Yeah, he did play.
He probably got a jersey and
he might have gotten a ring.
The Giants? I don't think so. But
he was just telling us how, I just got back from Brazil, and I was just, like, he went down there and just fit right in with, like, just Amazons and supermodels everywhere, where you're like, how could this place exist? He's just like, yeah, this is like,
finally, 2 or 3 more seasons as a starter, McLovin, I'd take his football career.
Let's go to a question about Mr. Good-Looking Fritzy, who has been absolutely blitzing through the weight on his Nutrisystem program. Paulie, what the hell's going on here? What's he going to do when he needs a new wardrobe? I mean, that's decades of free polos in the trash.
I'm not sure because, yeah, Fritzy has tons of blousy plaid shirts that his wife bought him at the mall, and I don't know what's going to happen to those. Is that new, Fritzy?
This is fairly new.
Right, and that thing is, you're swimming in it.
Yeah, so it's gotten quite baggy, but I don't think I'm ready for a large. I've been so used to XLs and
Would you rather go
2XLs.
shopping by yourself or put on 30 pounds and stay with your old wardrobe?
I think I'd rather have the weight. I just really don't like.
What if we brought in a
to-
stylist who dressed Fritzy in some new outfits?
I could use some new clothes and things that fit a little better, because they are kind of just kind of laying on me. But you know, I'm looking forward to. I'm not quite there yet, but if I can walk into a store and have a large fit me and not have an X in front of it, that would be a major coup for me.
If you walked into a store shopping for clothes, that would be a major
That
coup
would be a
for your
major coup
family,
as well.
too.
That's not a
And
country
it
western
never
store.
happened.
And being able to get on a scale and not seeing a 2 as the first digit is also.
Oh, are you close to that?
I just got there very recently, and I hope to stay there. But seeing a 1 and not a 2 as the first digit is a major accomplishment.
Well, Fritzy,
Seeing your
if you're
digit would
getting
be
new
great.
clothes, you could consult Jesse Palmer, who is DP's show's MVP. Speaking of MVPs, we're talking MVPs next. Welcome back to the Box Score with basketball and hockey playoffs in full swing. The world waits to see who will reign as champion. Well, just like the world waits to see who is going to be the most valuable Danette every year, they also anticipate who will be the league's MVP. That's why we are going to play America's 17th most favorite game, MVP or not, and that is league MVP, not championship MVP. It is row versus row, and since these are yes or no questions, steals are not on the table. All right, we will start off with the back row. Did Mo Vaughn ever win an MVP?
I would guess yes.
I thought he did.
But I don't remember him winning.
Which team?
I thought there was one year that he won the MVP.
Let's go with it,
We're gonna say he was once an MVP.
although I'm not sure.
Yeah, yes, he was in 1995 with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
How about that?
Who knew? Front row. Did
Playing
Jerry
from
Rice?
behind, front row, getting nervous.
Quick 1-0 lead.
Some taunting there. Did Jerry Rice ever win a regular season MVP?
Regular season.
Love Jerry Rice.
Because he never won a Super Bowl MVP. I know that.
The real question is, do they want to go yes, no, or yes, yes?
Wide receivers rarely win MVPs. Oh, boy. You know. We're saying no.
You are correct. He did not win an MVP.
Good call.
Back row. Did Derek Jeter ever win an MVP?
He did not. Yeah. Came in second.
Won life's MVP.
We're gonna say that he came close, but never got
No
an MVP.
cigar.
Most valuable player?
Yeah, no, he did not win an MVP, but he does have the most incredible list of girlfriends
One of the
ever.
true travesties of modern baseball.
Yes. Asterisks. Front row. Did Mark McGuire ever win a league MVP?
Mike McGuire, Sammy Sousser.
The year he hit 70. Gosh. He had 49 with the A's. Again, I'm going to say no because his batting average. What do you think he did?
Let's just go with no. I was going to say yes.
Okay.
Wait, oh,
How do you hit that many home runs and not have an MVP?
because he hit 260. We're going to say no.
You are correct. It is no. No. No.
Yeah.
Back row.
Hey,
Did Troy
Well done.
Aikman ever
Well
win
done.
an MVP?
T. Roy.
I would almost guarantee no, right?
if it no,
Then 3 no's in a row.
Have won.
1 yes, 3 no's.
little Super Bowl
Beg
years.
it.
Yeah, but he never had big numbers.
So you want to say no?
I would
All
say,
right.
I'd say no.
McLovin, you are correct. It is no.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is high level.
I would have said
row
yes.
versus
I'm
row.
glad you overruled me there.
And finally,
No ties either, Brock.
No tiesies.
and finally, the front row. Did
Was it a
Jerry
winner tie?
West ever win an MVP?
tie or a loss?
Pressure's on, boys.
The logo.
That many no's in a row.
Could the logo have never
One
won
yes.
an MVP?
All these no's, or the bookend the yeses?
It's the worst to tie for us. We're all right.
I think you won.
Okay, now wait a minute. Jerry West, though, is always on the list of most underrated players of all time. I just looked up I just looked up that list, and he was like number 6 on like underrated.
Yeah, he was right
player.
there with Mark Price and a few of those guys.
1 yes, 15 no's.
Are we basing this mostly on the producers in LA?
All of it.
Yes, we're saying yes.
The answer is no. He finished second.
I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me?
MVPs for Jerry West.
Oh!
The logo doesn't get one MVP.
Today's
That is
box score
just
MVPs
unreal.
are,
One
of
yes
course,
and the all no's.
the back row. Congratulations,
haunt me.
gentlemen.
That is crazy.
Don't go away. We
year.
are
You
heading
can't be
to Lambeau
underappreciated.
Field. How are we getting there? Again,
that
embarrassed
research.
you ask. It's going to be in the Ram Heavy Duty. That's right. Plenty of room for Gruyere, sharp cheddar, brie, all the cheese you want to bring up there. With its best-in-class towing torque and horsepower, this boy can take the cheese where you need it. Guts, glory, Ram. We are closing up shop here on the Box Score Saloon. Guys, yesterday the Green Bay Packers announced that they are going to retire Brett Favre's jersey on Thanksgiving night. And McLovin, if every retired jersey could get unretired and you could only hang one jersey per sport, who are they?
Well, I personally am a number 6 guy for Julius Erving, but 23 for basketball, to be fair.
Jackie Robinson?
Jackie Robinson for baseball, to be politically correct.
Got to go Elway
42.
for football.
Football, I think actually I will go Elway. Just
Will
go
ya?
7.
There's a lot of good
7
sevens.
covers a lot of
12, but 12's
guys.
also a lot of good 12s.
I was going to go 32 for OJ, but you know. And then hockey, what was Gretzky?
99?
What was Gretzky? Hockey.
You could throw 99 in there for Gretzky.
Yeah, I guess you got to do 99.
That's probably the one to go.
All right, Paulie, off the top of your head, whose retired jersey was the least deserving in any sport?
Least deserving. This is weird, but Kentucky basketball hung 4 players in the rafters. Now, I'm not saying it's not deserving, but after they got in probation in the 80s, they had these 4 players. It was around the time of the Leitner game. I think it was Pelfrey, Feldhaus, Mashburn, and Richie Farmer. All 4 good players, but not great players. Only one ended up in the NBA. But these guys were the senior unit that really brought the program back. And they were not deserving necessarily on the court, but they were kind of in this historical era for Kentucky. So not deserving as players, but important in Kentucky history. But
Can't believe you came up with an answer to that question. I'm wildly
I
impressed.
know it.
It's actually cogent.
I know what cogent means, but I think I had a good answer.
I think, yeah, it was positive.
All right, I'll try to make this cogent. Seton, let's say the Yankees were going to retire Ricky Henderson's number. Would you rather be at the stadium for that or Lambeau for Favre's retirement?
Oh, are you kidding me? It's not even close. I'm going to the Yankee Stadium.
If Ricky's giving a speech.
Every single time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, 24 is my number. That's like probably because of him. Part of me wonders if I became a Ricky Henderson fan because I was born on July 24th and he wears the number 24. I'm not joking. I think that had like some type of effect. And my brother was a big Don Mattingly fan who was 23, so this was like one better.
Do you know that Spritzy and Favre were born on the same day, in the same year?
10-10-69.
Get out of
Fritzy
here.
always says it.
Really? Why would
Is that not crazy?
And then Fritzy always goes like this, in the same year?
In the same year?
No, because some people say they have the same birthday, but like to the exact same birthday is a lot different than, oh yeah, I'm also August
See, that
5th.
would drive me crazy. I would spend my whole life obsessing over
Why
the
he has
fact
so much more
that,
fame and money
that
than me.
one guy did that with his life and another guy did
You
that
born on
with
the
his
same
life.
You
exact
booked Tim
day.
Kawakami for 925.
One of them's one of the greatest
Sorry.
quarterbacks
You're not
of
a
all
loser.
time.
That's a lot of markets, Paulie.
Don't
that
call
you
yourself
hit.
a loser.
You could hit San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, there was a slight,
Golden State Warriors.
slight difference in accomplishment.
Don't feel
Oakland
like a
A's.
loser. Don't.
Fritzy, there's always
Raiders
talk.
and Niners.
Fritzy, there's always talk of you leaving the show, but seriously, if you were to retire from the show, what would you want the boss to retire of yours?
The bathroom?
Probably, other than that, I would probably say retire, maybe one of my crazy notebooks that has all the scribble on it. I would say a phone, but I would probably say...
we could fit a lot of people into the ceremony in the bathroom.
We can turn the water off on the toilet. Like, just turn the water off on the toilet
I just got
seal
killed
it like
on Twitter with my poor singing ability. Now I'm getting this at the end of the Wednesday edition of the box score. More bathroom humor. You know, they won't even let me answer this question.
That's Fritzy.
With your face in it.
That's our guy.
Stressed out.
When are you gonna ask me who's on tomorrow's show?
Yeah,
so I can get out of this.
Who's on tomorrow? How about
meanness. There you go. Michael Wilbon, NBA analyst for the Mothership and co-host of Pardon the Interruption. Reggie Miller joining us on a special Thursday edition.
Why is it special?
It's special because he normally joins us on Monday, and now he's joining us on Thursday. So I just to make it exciting, I'm saying it's a special Thursday appearance. And Drew Brees, quarterback of your New Orleans Saints, will also be on Thursday's Dan Patrick Show.
Exciting lineup. Thank you,
He'll
gentlemen.
retire Lysol and Glade.
Oh, yeah. Lysol and Glade. Okay, we are back tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on Audience Channel 239. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcastone.com.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer. My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!